Hey guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how to remove the sunroof because a lot of you guys ask me how to check the chain, which basically takes the energy from the motor in front and makes the sunroof move. As you can see on this car, the sunroof goes under the main roof. It's not like on the C-Class where the roof slides on top. So it's a little bit different, but the process is gonna be the same because you still have to take out the interior fabric roof, which is soft and nice. So let's see. First, let's have a look on this light assembly from the front. We gotta take out these two. If you have this sort of plastic tool in order to protect your interior, that would be great. Or you can just use a regular screwdriver. Also, if you have a look on the driver's side, you can find a little cap. Just remove this thing. You'll notice there is a T25 bolt in there, which will basically twist the motor manually. So just in case that your sunroof gets stuck open and you want to close it, you can just close it from here. All you need is a T25. The sunroof moves. You kind of need a lot of force, so if you have a ratchet, it will be easier. Next, you've got two metal clips on these sides. You have to press them in, something like that. Now you've got full access to the motor. This is actually the original one, still working. With this panel removed, let's unplug the connectors. Okay. This is how the mirror is holding on. You just have to pull it down and these tabs will allow it to come out. This whole roof panel is free from this side. Now let's go to this driver's side sun shield. Just take it out from here. Then you can access the bolt with a screwdriver. Then just remove these two bolts from here and the shield will come out as well. Now let's do the same with the handle. You've got these caps and you can see those two bolts down there. If you remove the door rubber seal a little bit, just so that you can grab the cover. Okay, together with this side panel. Now the cover is free from here. Next to the handle, let's take out this airbag cover. Then you've got one more handle for the passenger. Okay. Ultimately, we just need this to be out from here. Now the panel is free from this side. For example, here you gotta be able to put back this cover, and you can see you can do that with only one hand. You clean it up here and everything is okay. So just take it out like that. And just go ahead and do the same on the other side. You've got the sun visor and then one handle, the airbag cap and another handle. Okay, so this roof cover, now it's free from all the points around the edges. The only point where it's connected is around the sunroof. It's actually a good idea to wear some mask when you open this roof because it has some particles which can irritate you and it's not good for the health in general. Now let's have a look from the top where you can remove this line. Okay, so now we have to pull the panel out that way. So let's see. Once you pull the panel in that direction, it comes out from here, and then you can push it towards the back and it will disconnect from the clips. One of it is broken, but I will show it to you. Okay, so down here you can see the clip which is removed when you pull the cover towards that direction. This is a sedan, so you have to take the cover like that. From this point you can easily take out this cover and give it a nice clean. It's a lot easier to clean it and dry while it's out of the car. Okay, so this is how the roof looks like without the cover. You've got the unit for the sunroof installed right above the main cover. Down here you've got basically the room for these two slides. I'm going to reconnect this control panel so I can slide the roof. Okay, so from this point, depending on what issues you have with this sunroof, you can go ahead and inspect. For example, if you have water leaks, you've got 4 points of drainage on each corner of this sunroof unit. One here, one down there, and one here. Another problem I heard that some of you guys have is that if the motor works okay, the control unit works okay, but the chain or the belt which moves the sunroof is stuck. Well, in that situation you have to take out the whole sunroof and inspect the chain, or probably it's much easier to replace the whole unit from another car. Since these cars are quite old now, you can easily find one, I guess, depending on the area where you live. And if you want to see how to test the motor or to check the wiring here, you can watch the video about the sunroof on a C-Class, which is actually more complex than this because you've got two motors which moves both the cover and the sunroof itself. Okay, so let's remove this unit again from here. And with the T25 you've got two bolts here. As you can see, these bolts have a plastic gasket, which is actually quite important to keep this unit silent during the operation. And you've got as well the rubber bushings on the connector here on the motor. And then you've got a 10mm. Okay, and here it comes. So if this thing is worn up or broken, and the chain here is also worn up or something like that, you gotta take out the whole unit and replace it. Okay, so finally it's time to take out the sunroof unit. We gotta disconnect these drainage tubes. You can see here it comes. There is actually some rust which indicates that this thing is leaking. Not that much, but still it's leaking. Okay, so after a lot of struggle the unit is out. You have to remove all the 10mm bolts around it. And if you want to protect a lot easier the interior, then in two persons it's a lot easier to do that. If you have a very nice interior, it's a good idea to take your time while removing this unit, because you can easily do a mistake and scratch something, and definitely you don't want to do that. And in theory, if something goes wrong with this unit, you have to remove and replace the whole unit itself, because there are no official available replacement parts for this. Now let's say you don't want to invest further in your car and you want to keep this old unit and fix it, try to fix it, then you can do that anyway, even in the situation when you want to replace it with a new one, because you have nothing to lose. So let's go ahead and see what you can do about the most common failure, which is this chain being stuck. Okay, so now in order to attempt to fix any issues with these two chains, let's see a little quick how they work. Well, when you connect the motor on this side, this rotor will be connected to both of the chains. Therefore, when for example you spin, one side will be pushed that way and another side will be pulled in that way. So for example, the bottom one, the bottom chain, if you follow along here, you'll notice that it will connect and it will go all the way down there and it will connect to the glass side, which will slide. And this one, the top one, will end here. Same on the other side, the top one, which ends that way. On this side, it will connect to the sliding glass, and the bottom one, which on the other side is connected to the bottom glass, is gonna be ending here. So you've got basically both of these chains connected only on one side. That makes it a little bit easier to diagnose and find out what's wrong with this. Now if you have a look around the area where the chain connects to the sliding door mechanism, right now the chain is connected somewhere here. Now if you have a look on the other side, you're gonna see a bunch of screws. With a T15, remove them. So you've got these small plastic rivets which are connected on the other side, and you gotta be careful around them because the plastic will break. You can see down here the chain. It's connecting to the sliding side of this glass. Definitely comes out, right? This is how you can take out the chain. Down here you've got a screw. And the chain will come out. So basically from this point you can replace the chain from this sunroof unit. Now to install it back, you have to push it into this channel and make sure that you can see it in that hole here. And here it comes. It's actually very important as well to synchronize the chain with the other one, because otherwise one chain will pull more than other, or it will happen that the sliding glass will move not all the way back. If you manage to find some aftermarket chains like this, make sure that this side, this end of it which connects here, it's solid and it's not made like from a cheap plastic. Down here you can see why I said that officially you cannot repair this unit. You can see these plastic rivets are broken because there is no way to open them. They are just one-time use. However, you can still tighten this plastic cover like this with the screws. Right, so now I've got the motor attached. I'm going to apply 12 volts to the motor and the sliding glass should move. So let's see. So as you can see, up to this point, you can tighten this plastic cover with the 10mm bolts, which fastens also the whole unit on the roof of the car. Okay guys, so from this point, the installation is the reverse process of removal. It's gonna be a lot easier if you do this in two persons, because to put this heavy sunroof back on the roof of the car is gonna be challenging by yourself. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. So hopefully with this video I complete all you need to know about the sunroof on these Mercedes cars. Go ahead and check out the other video I made about the sunroof on the C-Class, which is actually more complicated than this one. So stay tuned and I will see you soon.